As the sun starts to set, we're going to see how much light is left by the end of this early evening game here on the NFL on EA Sports. Jake Elliott is out and ready to kick this one away. And here we go from Toronto. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. Let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. Blown back, it's the handoff. And they bring him down, but there's a flag on the field. But, partner, they say there's holding on every play. You just got to look for it, right? That time, though, we did not have to look too hard. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in.
You know you love some of my buzzwords, kid. I know you do. And this one was about real power. He got the rock a long way from the chains and put his teammates on his back for a heck of a run. Great try at that first down.
Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. Back to the well again. Breaks the tackle, green grass ahead. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
Hey, look, Kate, you can't just ask one tackler to go mano-a-mano and stop this guy. You got to have the cavalry coming. One guy makes a hit, the others are there to clean up and pile on because one-on-one, he's going to run right through you.
1st and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. Another carry for him. And he's going to have this one down to the 43 on a good run. Good rip on first down. That brings up 2nd and 2.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know and you may come back to. Because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
And he works this to the 38 before going down. He gets 6 on that play, and it'll be first down, Colts.
Kate, I know you can see that smile on my face as we stand next to each other. Sure, I love that run, but I'm thinking about some great running backs. In fact, Corey Dillon, who created a lot of negative grades on my play sheet because I didn't want to carry out no fake. I wanted to watch the damage he could do like we just saw.
His first target doesn't lead to his first catch, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Back to throw. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Gonna have to wait a little longer for his first catch of the game. And that's gonna leave him with a tough 3rd and long. So they opt for the shorter pass later in the progression on that play, Brock, but man, the defense took that away too.
Well, what they tell us yesterday in those production meetings, nothing comes easy. No easy completions from shots down the field to those checkdowns to the running back. Wanted to make this offense earn everything, and they just did.
Cover man is there, and he harmlessly knocks it away. Incomplete. Well, no look on his first look of the game. So that brings up 4th and long.
You know, that is so hard to do. That's called body control. Great positioning to swat the ball away, not go through the receiver, no penalty flag. He's got the body control and, more importantly, the timing to knock that ball away.
Online, but not enough juice. It's no good short. And we continue to await our opening score of this ball game.
Well, once you get out beyond 50 yards, everything in the process has got to be perfect. It's a good effort, but it's going to wind up off the mark.
A good starting spot for the Raiders as they come up 1st and 10. Here's Travis Etienne on the ground. And he gets it through the midfield stripe and onto the Colts side of the field. Call it 7 yards, and now they'll have 2nd down and 3. Off the play fake, he'll throw. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
All right, first sack on the board on the first drive as a defense, and now we let the chess match begin. The adjustments begin because we know pressure leads to sacks, and sacks in this league often leads to wins.
Chased out to his right. His first throw is an interception. And the Colts are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season. Well, for their sake, partner, I sure hope the rest of their pass attempts this game go a whole lot better than that, because it is pretty clear this defense came to play.
And I can promise you this, Kate, nowhere on that opening script does the word interception ever appear. You never want to see an INT. Now they're going to have to flush it. That's the key here for this quarterback in the offense. Got to flush that mistake and press on ahead.
And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
All right, here we go. 2nd down. Throwing now from the gun. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And this is through the midfield stripe and onto the Raiders' side of the field.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you could depend on.
They come to the line here. This is 3rd and 6. They'll try and pick this up on the ground. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
Ask for a little bit more on that one. That's that running back to come up with more than he's used to on 3rd down. He made it look like just another day at the office. I wouldn't expect every conversion to go as smoothly, but he sure made that one look routine.
Throwing now on 1st down. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. First time this game they've looked to him. So 2nd down coming up. Seeing some early game planning at work here, Brock. They were quick to attack that throw and break it up.
Yeah, this defense knows the importance this offense places on throwing the ball to their tight ends, and they were ready for it and all over it.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Looking to the air here. Connection made to Judy. And he's brought down after a short gain.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
A less than ideal 3rd and 8 here. Now it's a bootleg for him. Along the sideline, he brings it in. They say he got the feet down too. Excellent work. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
They'll try and punch it in. And he won't get anything there. Several defenders nearby to hold him up. No gain that time, and now it'll be 2nd and goal.
You know, Kate, these are the situations in training camp that I love more than anything to watch. You learn so much about a football team in these goal-to-go situations. You know you got to protect that goal line, and the defense, well, they did the job on 1st down. More to come.
And he's caught behind the line for a loss. We're a quarter of the way through on this chilly winter afternoon. Couple of zeros on the board right now. We'll return with more NFL action right after this. Time for the 2nd quarter here, and the Colts are thinking points. Into a crowd, and a defender comes up with it. The rookie from Penn State makes the play. Reaches the 40. At the 20. And he makes the Hefco. It's a touchdown on the pick 6. Thrown at the depth where linebackers come into play in coverage, partner, and sure enough, one of them jumps it and takes it to the house.
You say that. You know what I think about? I think about the depth finder on my fishing boat. You're absolutely right. This is where these linebackers love to lurk and could do some serious damage.
Point after added on by Elliott. And they add one on to their 1st touchdown of the contest. Well, Brock, hopefully some short memories on offense as they get it right back here on the kickoff after that pick 6. To return this, Rashid Shaheed. He stopped on the return at the 27. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Getting right back to it after that interception. Right side, Shaheed's got it. And he'll get it up to the 44. That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips, cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
Gets it ahead, has about 5 yards. Kirby Joseph up for the stop. Give him 5 on that carry. Bring it up 2nd and 5.
A humble 5 to 6 yard gain on the ground. Not a huge gain, not a game-changing play by any means, but one that keeps you on schedule and takes some of the starch out of that front 7.
Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. Back-to-back carries here. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
Looky here. You don't even have to worry now about a 3rd down call as that run moves the sticks. Now that call you had ready, though, you can recycle it. Save it for later for that next 3rd down coming.
Back now, pressure on its way. Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete.
You know, when we were growing up in the backyard, we call them alligators. 1 alligator, 2 alligator, 3 alligator. He needed another alligator in order to get that ball off. Credit the defense for forcing the incompletion.
Couldn't connect on first. It's second down. He's dropping back to throw. It's another first half mistake. He's intercepted again. Trayvon Merritt has it. And it's a touchdown as he brings it back for the pick 6. Second time he's had an errant throw taken back for 6 in this half, Brock. As a quarterback, how do you come back from this knowing there's so much game left?
How do you come back from it, or how do your family and friends come back from it? I know as I get older, I think about them more and more. As a competitor, you're just going to grit your teeth and do what you can. But for the loved ones following, that's a tough second pick 6 to watch.
Extra point up and good by Elliott. And the Raiders double their lead to 14. A quick chance at redemption after that pick 6 as it's sent away. Shaheed now to return. And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return.
The Colts take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Sending a receiver left. Back to the air following the pick 6. Dump off caught by his back. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
I know coordinator and quarterback going to be upset with that first down because you call a screen on first, you're thinking stay ahead of schedule. Even a minimal gain to stay on pace, but instead, well, that defense creates a negative play and sets them back behind the sticks.
Here's 2nd and 14. Oh, brother, it's another interception. And the Raiders take over on his 5th interception of the season. Well, Brock, if you like defense, you are loving what you're seeing right now. Consecutive drives that have ended in interceptions. It's become a real defensive battle.
Well, let's see here, Kate. We got 1, we got 2. Do I hear a 3rd interception in a row? I'll tell you this right now. These defenders, they are squashing that thought that defenders are offensive guys in bad hands because they're making it happen, taking the ball away. Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Here we go, 2nd and 9. He's on the move. And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. It brings up 3rd down.
You hear so many programs all around the league talk about it's all about the ball, it's all about the ball. Well, discretion, the better part of valor in a lot of cases. And right there, he understood it's all about the ball, and I'm not going to risk a turnover wisely, throwing it away.
They'll motion Brown right. Throwing on 3rd and long. Along the sideline, Brown brings it in. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a 1st down.
Kate, when you watch the combine, you'll watch guys try to make this throw. And without chemistry, it's so hard to execute. That was picture perfect. That's a QB and receiver on the same page because that route, that deep out to the field, that takes just a different level of connectedness.
In the middle holds. They don't get anything on the run. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10.
Big man up front said, not in my house. Let me tell you, Kate, once you're in the grasp of one of those big old fellas on the D-line, you're done. They would say it on the East Coast like this, it's over. Over.
Throwing with a blitz on the way. Connection made, Travis Etienne. And he's in, touchdown! The Raiders pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. Travis Etienne, the touchdown. Point after added on by Elliott. And the Raiders stretch their lead to 21.
Colts nothing. Jake Elliott set to kick off.
Elliott's all set for the kickoff. Shaheed now to return. Now bottle him up as he gets the return to the 30.
The Colts take over first and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. Makes the grab in bounds left side. And there'll be a midfield here as he gets out of bounds. They pick up 20 yards there. And it'll be 1st down, Colts.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
They'll run here on 1st down. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. Eight yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. They'll throw it. Has him on the quick hitter. And they make the tackle at the 38. It's a pickup of 11. And it'll be 1st down, Colts. New set of downs for him at the 38. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. And this throw's knocked away, incomplete.
The ability to track the ball, right? Ball skills isn't just knocking it away, and that's a beautiful job there, Kate. The ball skills is also being able to track a ball on a deeper throw like that. If he doesn't swat it away, we're looking at a huge gain.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. Pass play now. Brought in close to the 8. He makes it in for the touchdown. The Colts chop some of the lead off before the half. PAT effort coming up. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Colts get it back to a 14-point game. The Colts ready to kick this one away, and away we go once more. Starting from the 5. Finds some space, he's past the 30. They'll bring him down on the return as he gets this to the 33.
At their own 33-yard line.
They're out and set, 1st and 10. Throwing off the play fake here. And that's incomplete. Wanted to dial up the aggressiveness there like that, but couldn't connect. 2nd down.
You hear defensive coaches on every practice field we're on preach not giving up the big play, especially at the NFL level. They'll need to stay vigilant because they're definitely going to use that receiver to take the lid off this defense again.
On 2nd down, it's ETN. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in. Only 2 yards on the play, and it brings up 3rd and 8.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
And the defender redirects that deep shot. Nicely done. Incomplete.
You You know, ball skills are not just a selling point for receivers entering the draft. Teams want defenders, especially in this day and age of the passing game, who can make plays on the ball, too, especially on these deeper throws. He doesn't swat that one away. We could be looking at a huge game.
And a nice return out of him. They have it a little further up, past their own 30. A nice 15-yard pickup on the return. And hardly any time remaining for them in this game. And even 20 seconds left at their disposal on the final drive of this half. Trying to throw here out of the gun. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. Now we're going to get an offensive timeout. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. Let's see what they dial up on a second and very long. Another try following the sack. Incomplete pass, and we're down to 12 seconds remaining.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have third down here. Throwing from the gun here. Finding Judy. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. Just before halftime, we get a timeout. Take it.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
Offense staying out there. It's 4th and 1. Back to throw it. He's got it to his running back. And he's taken down directly on that 43-yard line. That brings us to halftime. We'll get a break as our teams make their adjustments and then return with more of the NFL on EA Sports in just a little bit. Welcome back, everybody. Kate Scott, Brock Heward with you as we're about set to begin the third quarter. The Colts ready to kick this one away, and away we go once more. Here's a return from the 7. And this drive will start inside the 25. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Here's ETN to begin the drive. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Good run, gets him 7. That brings up 2nd and 3.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that 1st down marker.
They're tracking forward, but won't get beyond the line. Even Ojabo making that tackle. Nothing gained or lost on that run, and now it's 3rd and 3.
As that linebacker makes that tackle right in the middle of the field, all I'm thinking about right now, Kate's training camp. Because that's the middle drill right there. That is textbook. What you do in training camp, coming to life when it matters.
From the gun on 3rd down. Complete beyond the marker. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. They get 22 on that one. And that's good for a Raiders first. New set of downs for him from the 46. They'll throw on first. He'll get this to Etienne. And he breaks even, but that's it. Brought down at that line of scrimmage. Devin Lloyd on the tackle.
And the defense was all over that throw, able to stop it right at the line. They could smell that one coming, and they sniffed it out in a hurry.
Out of the gun, a give to Etienne. And he's going to fight his way forward for a modest pickup to the 43. Give him 3 that time. That's going to bring up 3rd and 7. He's going to throw this one. He has the first over the middle. And he's going to be brought down at the 35-yard line. And that play goes for 8 yards, and it keeps this drive moving.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of 3rd downs just like that.
1st and 10, looking to throw. That's taken in by Etienne. And he gets down to the 24 before he stopped. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And that's a Vegas 1st down.
I love throwing on 1st down. And when you see a 1st down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
They go play action on 1st. Pass caught, 9-yard line. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. And a lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
Etienne is in. Touchdown, Las Vegas. The Raiders grow the lead coming out of halftime. Travis Etienne, the touchdown. Extra point up and good by Elliott. And the Raiders stretch their lead to 21.
Colts 7. Jake Elliott set to kick off.
Elliott's all set for the kickoff. Shaheed now to return. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Hands it to the receiver here in motion. Oh, look at this sweep.
Can I have a moment, Kate? Just a moment to marvel at how well they reacted to that play on defense. They were all over it from the start, getting behind the line to blow up a play that how many times do we see as highlight reel touchdowns going the other way?
Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down. Now he'll throw off the play fake. That's low and bounces short of his man.
Boy, offenses that connect in this intermediate zone are so effective. Getting the completion in that area, it not just sparks your offense, but it just turns that aggressive meter way up. They just couldn't quite find the connection.
They'll throw on 3rd and long. Oh, no, they get him yet again. Kirby Joseph picks it. And the Raiders have it as he records his 7th interception of the season.
They'll take over.
Well, no doubt they envisioned that as the start of a second-half push for the lead. But the defense, well, defense had other ideas, Brock, protecting their team's advantage and taking possession back on the first play of the series.
Not the way you needed to start the half if you were thinking comeback, but exactly the way to start the half if you're trying to take this lead and step on it. That's a defender who sensed the need for a splash play and delivers.
And that's good for a gain of 5. Devon Holland there to make the stop. Halfway there on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
You gain that kind of yardage in the run game, and you're going to gain the trust of your offensive coordinator. Plays like that, runs like that, set the table for everything else in the playbook.
Has his man. It's a Dunze. And he gets this down inside the red zone before going out. That's good for 7 yards. And that's good for a Raiders first.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
Working inside the red zone. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. And the Colts get it back on his 6th interception of the season. Oh, man, Brock, they decided to air it out in pursuit of a touchdown that time, but it's intercepted, and the visit to the red zone comes up empty.
And that one stings, Kate. It really does. You have a limited opportunity that looks in that close, particularly as we get through the second half. The ones you get, you have to finish with points.
He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. It arrived as the ball did to break things up. And now it's 2nd down. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour. And there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play.
And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They pick up 20 yards there. And it'll be 1st down, Colts. Looking for a throw here. Connection made to Judy. He gets loose down the right side. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal. Here's a give up the middle. And the power play up the gut only results in 2 yards.
Hey, I get it on 1st and goal, right? A lot of teams like to be conservative and limit risk. Even if a run is stopped short, you still got 2, sometimes 3 downs to play with.
8 yards to go as they get set on 2nd and goal. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. He'll get a couple, and now they face 3rd and goal from the 6.
Where you get a little bit closer, but you can feel the pressure starting to mount. Unless you're committed to playing 4 downs here, this becomes a critical 3rd down call.
Buckle up, it's 3rd and goal. He'll look to throw. Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
3 plays haven't gotten it done. Now a 4th to try to reach that end zone. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. And the connection made in the end zone. Touchdown! The Colts pump. So we've got a stoppage now. Figured this might be coming. We're going to take another look to see if this was indeed a touchdown. Man, Brock, that defense held up 3 straight plays. They just couldn't come up with the one final stop they needed to get off the field.
And how about this offense? Courage of the offense to run it back for one more snap and make the adjustments on 4th and goal to finally punch it in. Quite the mini little chess match we just saw play out over those last 4 plays.